Hey everyone, and today I'm going to share a book with you called The Worst Day of My Life Ever, because sometimes we have those days. And this book is by Julia Cook, and so I just want you to listen to the message and the story that kind of comes through here. My name is RJ, and today I had the worst day of my life ever. When I woke up, there was gum stuck in my hair. RJ, I told you not to go to bed with gum in your mouth. I was late getting to school because I missed the bus. RJ, I told you the bus always comes at 8:15. I didn't get to go to morning recess because I got caught running in the halls. I was just trying to get to class on time. RJ, I've told you before, we don't run in the halls. Principal, I got sent to the principal's office for wearing my favorite hat to school. I was trying to cover up the gum in my hair. RJ, I've told you we don't wear hats at school. I want you to think for a second. How's RJ feeling? What do you think is going through RJ's mind at this particular point in time in the story? Think about that for a second. I got a 0 on my math paper because I did all the odds instead of the evens. RJ, I told you yesterday, do the evens, not the odds. My friends got mad at me when I kicked the ball for the other team. RJ, we told you, kick this way. When I finally got back home from school, I decided to make pancakes, but I accidentally, not on purpose, made a big mess in the kitchen. RJ, the recipe says use 1 to 2 eggs, not 12 eggs. Oops. My mom got angry with me, and I started to cry. Then I told her about the worst day of my life. RJ, you just need to work on doing 2 things. Listening more carefully and following instructions. If you do that, your life will be so much easier. That's funny. My teacher said the exact same thing to me at school today. Listen, follow instructions. The truth is, I hear what people say most of the time, but instructions are boring and listening is hard. Hearing people talk and listening carefully to what they have to say are 2 different things. And everyone in this world has to learn how to follow instructions, even you. To really listen to someone, this is what you need to do. Look right at the person who is talking to you. Please do not speak until she is through. Show that you've heard what she's trying to say by nodding your head and saying, okay. When you need to follow instructions, this is what you should do. Look right at the person who is talking to you. Say, okay, to the person as soon as he's through. Do what you've been asked to do and do it right now. And when you're finished, check back with him. Now you know. RJ, if you had listened more carefully, you would have remembered me telling you that the bus comes at 8:15. If you had listened more carefully, you would have been on time for school and you wouldn't have had to miss recess from running in the hall. RJ, if you'd been better about following instructions, you would have thrown your gum away before you went to bed. Then you wouldn't have gum in your hair right now. And you wouldn't have to go to the principal's office for wearing a hat in school to hide the gum in your hair. If you had been better about following instructions, you would have gotten a much better grade on your math paper. Your friends wouldn't be mad at you. and you wouldn't have to make such a big mess in the kitchen and used up all of our eggs. The way I see it, if you just listened more carefully and followed instructions, you could have had a great day. Later that night when I went to bed, I thought a lot about what my mom had said. The last thing I wanted was another bad day. I guess I should listen to what others say. If I follow instructions and do what I am told, I'll stay out of trouble until I grow old. I took the gum out of my mouth and threw it away, and then I went to sleep. When I woke up the next morning, my hair was gum-free, so I didn't need to wear a hat to school. I made it to the bus by 8:15. I didn't have to run in the hallway to get to class on time. My teacher was so proud of me for following instructions, and I got a good grade on my math assignment because I did all the right problems. My friends cheered me on when I kicked a goal for our team. And when I got home from school, I even made pancakes the right way. Today was the best day of my life ever. I guess my mom was right. Hearing and listening are just not the same. When I choose not to listen, I guess I'm to blame. Following instructions might not be too fun, but when I do it correctly, I can have a lot of fun. P.S. Don't forget to take the gum out of your mouth and throw it away before you go to sleep. So, what lesson did RJ learn in this particular book? And one of the things I want you to think about is a lot of times when I see you guys or Miss Butler sees you guys, then sometimes it's because it's not that we're not hearing what people say, but a lot of times it's that we're not listening. And listening takes a whole new level over just hearing what someone says. So if you think about listening for a second, it's truly understanding what someone's saying. And I know we all don't like to listen. We all don't like to follow directions. We all don't like to hear what our parents have to say. But in the long run, our parents, our families, our teachers, they've been through a lot of this. And the reality is, they're trying to protect you. They're trying to protect you from going through some of the things that RJ did do. And if he had just listened and really heard what people had said, then he would have had the best day ever. So I want you to think about that in terms of your life and your experiences. And I want you to think about what you can do on a daily basis to really and truly listen.